Hi guys, it's me again, Ruowen Huang. Before I begin, let me first introduce myself. My name is Ruowen Huang. I'm an author, spirit coach, and also a psychic. Today I want to talk about a topic I've been wanting to talk about for some time due to many of you wrote me the email and saying after you open your sixth sense and third eyes that you start experiencing people talking to you, constantly talking to you, or even when you're sleeping, you're constantly hearing the voice, or many of you share with me the conversation that you have with those voices in your head. Today, I want to talk about the ghosts in your head, the ghosts in your head. I'm not here to say those ghosts are unreal. I'm here to say I understand many of you experiencing it like it's real. And to many of you who do not understand what I'm saying, it could be real. But from the past simply 2 months experience, I start to realize, I'll share with you. Ghosts can be from anywhere. Ghosts can be from your internal child. I'm not saying the source is only one way. Based on experiences, come from many ways. It could come from your inner child. You can keyword search inner child on my blog for reference, or it can come from the ghost. You happen to have the same channel, you do hear them, all right? They everywhere. So most of the time you open the channel, you hear people talking to you. For me, it's normal. Learn to shut it down. Then it could be from spirits from different dimension. It could be from ghost. It could be from devil, demon, higher spirits, fairy, whatever, tree sometime. Can you believe tree talk? It could be from tree sometime. So you will, once you open a channel, as I mentioned earlier before, you cannot control what you hear. If you have no ability to decipher or identify who they are, most likely you will think it as a one. And then because when spirits talk to you, you could hear like a real voice to you, but it's most likely through manipulation of your thought. So it will come like a voice, but it's really through your thought. So it doesn't matter what language they speak. It will all sound like your own voice based on it's go through you, reflecting it out, and it have your voice in there, therefore it sounds like your own voice. Or one last kind, it could be from your past memory. If in your previous life, in some circumstances, you have encountered people saying this to you, and for some reason your reality triggered the same scenario, therefore you will feel the voice appear by your ear again. Why so? It's called muscle memory. Your muscle never forget. So your soul never forget. Therefore, the voice feel as real as you can be. So anyway, what I'm trying to say here is none of your voice is really made up. It kind of made up. I can understand why people say that. But it is not, it is as real as it can be for you. So many people got diagnosed as schizophrenia, and a lot of people got that mental problem or delusional, or I'm pretty sure many of you got those kind of diagnoses, therefore get sent to the mental hospital, because normal people cannot hear, but only you can hear. So therefore something must be wrong with you. Many of you are afraid to go to mental hospital, so you're staying at home writing me email and telling me what kind of conversation you have with the ghost in your head. Let me refer back to the previous episode about the spiritual journey. The whole journey, understanding yourself and know who you are, what you are, is really the key thing. And if you still don't know right at this point, this is where you have to focusing on right now. Figure out who you are in the real life. It's way better than figure out who you are in the spiritual life. It doesn't matter who you were before, what you were before, or what you wanted to be. Is more important of who you are right now and what you can do. Okay, if you understand that is your spiritual journey, then you start to look within yourself. Everything that you encounter, experience is most likely with match with your own vibe. Therefore, what kind of vibe you are, what kind of person you are will attract what kind of spirit to approach you. If you are a very depressed person, you most likely attracting depressing vibe. If you have you are the person who is greedy, needy, or things like that, you will most likely attract very similar vibe of the people to you. If you cannot speak of yourself, got bullied and things like that, you will have fear in you. Understand, anything you hear or see is going to project out what you have within yourself. Let's make it very clear. If you have a lot of filter in you, and when I say filter, I'm talking about such a thing as a fear, scare, or things that you simply cannot break through. You give yourself 1,000 excuses why you should never break through. Those filters will eventually confuse your vision of seeing things clearly. The only way you can see things clearly and hear things clearly is by removing all those filters one by one. Therefore, through any message that you receive from outer world, outer space, I don't care, you will then become clear. You will be able to see what their intention is and why they are here and why they are talking to you this way. As I also mentioned in the previous episode, if you don't remove those filters away, the spirits from other dimension, or aka demon, devil, bad spirits, whatever, so they will most likely use those to manipulate you, right? You are afraid of being poor? Sure. I will approach you and say, you work with me, I will make you rich. If you're afraid of losing the loved one, I may come to you and say, do this, then you will never lose a loved one. Understand, the more fear you have, the more spirits can manipulate you with. So, also, then you're talking about what happened, what if you happened to my previous life? It's something that happened in previous life. I got no recollection of it, and I don't really know what to do, and I don't really know how to solve it. Understand the simple rule. There must be something that happened in your reality. It had to be something that actually happened in reality that triggered the same emotion for you to recall your previous life. So you don't have to go back to your previous life to fix it. You fix it by looking into your reality and understand what happened in your reality that make you feel this way. And many of you will say, but I don't know how. Very simple. Listen to that voice. What does that voice say? That voice might say you are useless. That voice might say you cannot achieve anything. And that voice might even say you are crazy. Now, look into what does that sentence make you feel. It make you feel ashamed, guilt, bad, low of yourself. Then now, carry forward that feeling that you just newly discovered to your reality. In what situation, in what circumstances, I feel just that. It could be just talking to the boss. The boss made me feel really little on myself, made me feel useless. It could be when I'm talking. Every time I talk to my mom, I feel this way. Every time I talk to my sister, I feel this way. Because understand, things had to happen in your reality to trigger the same emotion for you to recall the past memory. For many of you who is not psychic, who simply cannot access the past memory, don't worry about it. There is a way you can figure it out. Understand what triggered in your reality, therefore work it. So when you go back to your reality, you have to ask yourself, what can I do to stop feeling this way? What can I do to stop feeling this way? The moment you start making the action and do something about it, is the moment you realize that voice, the ghost in your head, will slowly diminish, vanish, disappear. Same thing goes with all the ghosts. Understand, all the spirits that you attract to yourself most likely match up to your feeling. If you feel low, you attract the very low spirits. Some of you even come to me saying the ghost in my head is a worm. It's constantly telling me what to do. Let me ask you a question. Does that ghost name your name? Is that worm you? I mean, if it's not so, why are you giving the power to some whatever spirit claim to have control of you and let them decide what kind of life you should live in? You know what I mean? A lot of you come to me say, oh, the ghost in my head is driving me crazy. It's constantly killing me. Please refer to my previous episode. I don't know, use keyword. I'm probably too lazy to put it on anyway, but you know, learn how to breathe. If you breathe properly, very likely you are most connecting with your body. You are not supposed to hear anything else. At that moment, if you find that peace, practice until the moment you can actually bring yourself to that moment again. Take a deep breath. Bring yourself to connect with your soul. At that moment, you will realize you are not connected with anybody else because you are in control of yourself. You are in control of your body. If you really want to eliminate that voice in your head, you have to learn to find peace within yourself. The moment you are able to find peace within yourself, you'll realize that voice will disappear. When you do find that peace of yourself, then you come back and think about very simple thing. The more filter you have in your life, the more those whatever voice you are going to hear. So really, the best way for me to do is to learn to remove the filter. How to remove the filter? I hate to say this, but you have to learn to deal with your own fear. What you are afraid of. Start with something easy. Start with something. Therefore, you can still work it until the day it no longer bother you. Then you will realize they no longer can use that to go against you, to manipulate you. They no longer can use your fear to control you. Therefore, they have no existence of no need of being. So anyway, just thought to share with you all. I mean, I understand many of you write me email really hoping me to help you, but I really know how I can help you if you don't even want to help yourself. If you don't know how to yourself, here, this episode, let me sum it up for you. Start pick up one fear in your reality and work on it. Soon you'll realize what you need is not me. What you need is you. So anyway, hope that would sum it up, which I could probably done in like 30 seconds. But anyway, no matter. If you like what I'm doing, you can always join me live on Facebook or go to subscribe my YouTube channel or my website, ruowen.com. Till then, next time. Bye.